Welcome back to the pregame. Time for our talk with Coach Butch Pedersen, presented by Hodge Construction. And Coach, head down to Durant. Really big game for this team. Really big in the district standings, and comes away with a big come-from-behind victory. Great effort from that squad Friday night.
Very, very proud of the football team. That was a gut check, obviously, and they came back and they answered all the critics who kind of had written us off at 1-2, and now we're 4-2 and we're playing for a district championship, and that's West Branch football. And we hope that continues a little while longer.
Well, it was a game kind of like we expected. Came out early on, a slugfest, kind of back and forth. We're able to get down and crack the scoreboard first. It was good because really started to see that offense start to click early, even though they kind of stumbled in that second quarter.
Yeah, we made some mistakes on offense that we normally don't make, and we made a couple on defense as well. Our defense played extremely well. They held the top runner in 1A football to 17 yards, and that's a pretty great effort. And we made some mistakes on pass coverage, and we'll clean those up. And we need to do that because Beckman throws the ball all over the place.
Well, it's one of those where you look at it and you want to tip your cap to Durant because they were able to make some plays. But really, aside from those 3 or 4 plays, that defense was just dynamite yet again.
Very much so, and I think that's going to continue to grow. And we're young in that spot. We have 8 underclassmen starting on defense, and they're just getting better and better all the time. And I've mentioned it to many people. The key for our program to stay successful is for kids to get in the weight room and get bigger and get stronger. Without that, this program is not going to win.
Thought it was interesting. We get down, we score our second touchdown, go up 13-7, and I'm thinking at that point, okay, let's see if we can get a stop. I'm sure you guys are thinking the same thing. Get a stop, get a score, we get the ball to start the second half, really start to open this thing up. Unfortunately, didn't get the stop. All of a sudden, in those next 4.5 minutes, we find ourselves down by 8 points. What was the team's mood going into the locker room?
I think they're a little bit dazed, but we didn't do any yelling at them. We just talked to them and explained to them that we had to refocus. We're only down by a touchdown. That's why they play 4 quarters in a football game. You got 2 more quarters to show that what you're made out of. And I thought without any question in the fourth quarter, we really wore them down. Conditioning really played a factor, I felt, in the fourth quarter for West Branch.
Well, I had said, too, final seconds ticked off. I'm like, this is a big opportunity for this young team to see what it's like to be in this situation and grow and respond from it. How do you think that they responded coming into that second half?
Well, I thought they responded in a very professional manner. They did a great job. They didn't give up. They kept fighting hard. They swarmed at the football, and we did some things on the ground that we haven't been doing as consistently as we would like. But I thought Andy played a great game, and Hirsch did a lot of things that you don't really see a quarterback do in the stats. I know he kept a lot of people in contact in the huddle and things of that sort, so I was real pleased to see that.
Well, you mentioned Andy, 170 or so yards, big night for him, but it was really great to see the other component of that is that offensive line. And starting to see that conditioning come into effect, it's because those 5 were really starting to take their job seriously, put it together as one unit.
No question about it. The offensive line has really improved a lot the last 2 or 3 games, and we're going to need that to continue if we're going to be successful. But I'm real happy with that. Jason Peterson's done a nice job getting that group reorganized, refocused, and now they're improving.
Well, and then it's a situation that when you're out there, you realize that there's 11 guys. All 11 guys have something to do. That final touchdown that we scored, great fakes by Gavin, Andy, that offensive line. Simon did a good job selling the run with his block, and then he leaked out. That was a good effort from all 11 guys on a great play call to get that touchdown to get the win.
No question about it. And, we thought that was going to be a good call at the point. Some people thought, well, you're going to run a fade. Now, we wanted to run something else, a play-action boot, where if you don't have the pass, you can run it in. And I think he would have been able to run that in, too.
Yeah, so it all came out 28-21. Now, like you said, moved to 4-2 on the season. Head up to Dyersville Beckman, and big game here for this final game of the regular season.
No question about it. They're very talented, great quarterback. They have 3 or 4 good receivers, a hard running back, and they're huge. They're going to average about 250 up front. And again, it shows us how we need to get bigger. We need to get bigger. We've been stressing that the last couple of years. And so we're going to see how that plays out. We're very quick on our defensive set, so we'll see how that matches up with their size.
Well, we've talked about it a lot here since last week. What's it mean for postseason, this, that, or the other thing? But you and I know that what it boils down to is the old Al Davis. Just win, baby.
That's right. I don't care how it is, just win, baby.
Win and move on and see where we go from there.
That's
So,
exactly right.
Coach, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
That is our talk with Coach Butch Pedersen, presented by Hodge Construction. We'll be back with more of the pregame right after this. You're listening to the Bearcast at westbranchfootball.com.